happy that Ethiopia is part of my love story, part of my marriage story, part of my family story. Walking in the streets of Addis Ababa, being like, did it just happen? Like, I have a ring. Like, am I serious? And even the idea of now meeting my Ethiopian friends that were already in Ethiopia, like someone that I was living with, and being like, you know what? I just got engaged. Oh, like, this was not the first time to get engaged. So I had never gotten engaged, but guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, my name is Queen Desta. Desta means happiness, and I'm happy today to dedicate this video to every Ethiopian follower that I do have on this channel, and I recognize that we are many, and thank you so much. Of course, this is because I was living in Ethiopia, and that's why I'm bringing to you the story of how I did get engaged in Ethiopia. Woo! 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 Well, so I've had so many people asking me, is your husband Ethiopian? I've also had people asking what is his Ethiopian name. I've had people asking things in relation to Ethiopia and how long have you been dating, how long do you know each other. Leave your questions in the comment section down below, and I'm definitely gonna come back and answer you all the questions that you want to. But today it's not the Q&A. Today I am taking you back to the story of how I got engaged in Ethiopia. So as much as this video is dedicated to Ethiopians, it is also dedicated to me, so I can also remember this story because we tend to forget sometimes. Anyway, it was in the year 2014. Yes, 2014 Ethiopian calendar, if I'm not wrong. According to Kenyan calendar, that should be around 2023 January. Yes, January 2023. I was still living in Ethiopia and having my beautiful, amazing life, and you know, like living life, enjoying. Was in this relationship, and he decided he's gonna come to see me. So in the process, we had an amazing time. I did not know an engagement is anywhere on the way. So this beautiful day, wake up, we were staying at Haile Selassie Resort in Addis Ababa. I remember this day so vivid because of how friendly and how amazing I felt because of the hospitality that I got to experience in that hotel. I'm gonna be playing B-roll so you guys can see. So this beautiful day started with us going for breakfast, which was amazing and beautiful, and then after that had a relaxing time by the pool, you know, like all this cool, amazing, relaxing time. I was basically, call it living my best life, and it felt like a vacation within Ethiopia. Like, you know, Ethiopia had become my hometown, so going to like this staycation felt like out here we are struggling with water issues, we are struggling with electricity issues, you know, like I'm done with all. I'm just living like a soft life kind of life. Anyway, so this specific day we left from the hotel and we decided let's go catch a movie. I remember around that time is when, what is the Black Panther movie that is after Black Panther, Viola Davis, that Woman King had just come out, and we went to the theater to watch it, and I was so moved. I loved the movie so much. I was so happy. I was like, woman empowerment, you know, I'm a big supporter of women and them being able to do the things that they desire. So it was, as much as I was in the love mood, I was still like very happy about this movie. And also okay, around the same time we had also watched another movie, so it was really like a good, amazing time. Now on this specific day after the movie, I went met the manager of a mall and was like, you know what, let me give you boba tea because you're looking like you're so in love. Anyway, he had been watching my YouTube videos, but then I did not know this was the day that I was going to get an engagement. So I know this is what you're waiting to hear or to see, a video of me coming to you know, let me give you my dream engagement, whatever, that I have come to make peace with. Let's say I am videographer somewhere, like today I'm shooting, today is my shoot day, I have set up my things somewhere, like there has to be a recording. This is quote unquote my dream. There has to be a recording, there has to be, you know, flash mob. If ever flash mob would happen, that would really catch me by surprise. Or you know, like this dream kind of engagement, or we are going somewhere and then I'm surprised with, hello, everything has been decorated now for, like, you know what, will you marry me? But anyway, that's fantasy and it's amazing, it's good, and I am happy for those that it happens like that. For me, majorly, it was more of we were having dinner. Finally, we came back to the hotel and we were having dinner. We basically, before the dinner, we had like such a beautiful, amazing time. When I came back, I found the room out decorated with like flowers and stuff like this, and it was just so beautiful. Had a conversation with one of the waiter and said we are just screaming love, we are screaming we love each other. Like that's why they felt the inspiration to like decorate our room to look like mwah. And then after going having dinner, we had like this very, very long conversation about if I would get married. Basically, that's when the question was asked of, will you marry me? With no ring! With no ring! Who engages you with no ring? Anyway, so I thought this is, you know what? This is a story about conversation and agreeing. It was not the first time we had this conversation, yeah, but then this time I didn't know is when it's supposed to be like serious. The yes that you say now is the determiner, but still I didn't know. Anyway, so after we are done with dinner, I call this day a perfect day. You know, like those days that you don't stress, those days that you're relaxed, those days that you're in love, those days that you're laughing, you're happy. I had cried at the movie theater. Like it was just some amazing day. Like you have someone you're walking with up, down, you feel protected, you feel cared for. It was a beautiful day. Anyway, long story short, the day ended. Come the next day, there was no ring, no nothing. So the next day, my boyfriend as of then asked me we take a walk within town. So as we were taking a walk, we ended up in a shop that was selling jewelry, and he bought me a ring with the understanding of by the time he was coming, he didn't know that it was not like determined that that's when he's gonna give me a ring. Otherwise, according to him and even according to how things transpired afterwards, was he brings me a ring because he knows his ways around US more than he knows around, let's say, Ethiopia. But then we purchased this ring that I loved. Okay, yeah, and then he was like, will you marry me, and put the ring on my finger, and of course I said yes. It was just so beautiful. Like in terms of us walking in the streets of Addis Ababa, now as I'm talking about this, I remember like it's just happened yesterday. But walking in the streets of Addis Ababa, being like, did it just happen? Like I have a ring. Like, am I serious? And even the idea of now meeting my Ethiopian friends that were already in Ethiopia, like someone that I was living with, and being like, you know what? I just got engaged. Anyway, it was beautiful and amazing. And maybe I should talk about this here. This was not the first time to get engaged. So I had never gotten engaged, but the do I talk about this? Do I tell you my secrets? Do I tell you my life secrets, or do I keep them to myself? Maybe I should tell you my secrets, but then it's my life story, right? Yeah. Anyway, so I had never gotten engaged before, but it was never serious, if I would say so. Like it was, will you marry me? Like, okay, there was actually no ring, nothing to do with like ring. It was just like, I know this person has engaged me, and according to their beliefs, they have said that is what an engagement is for them, and they do not have the belief of putting on a ring. So there's that. And so me being engaged, this time felt different. This time it felt with a degree of I'm committed to you, with a degree of you're gonna do this, with a degree of this is extremely, extremely serious, and with a degree of commitment to even come see my parents. Because also that was my other factor that I had in place for this yes to fully be yes. I care what my parents have to say. And I keep saying this, not that my parents would make me change my mind, but because I care to listen to what their concern would be and see how it affects my life. So if their concern makes sense, then it could make me change my mind. But if it doesn't, then I would forget about whatever they have to think, and then it's a yes. You get what I mean? So that is where the seriousness and the that's where the seriousness of this engagement came to place, and that's where the discussion of I have to move out of Ethiopia came into place. And that's how I ended up now being like, you know what, guys, I'm moving out of Ethiopia. My life is about to change, and now I have to come to Kenya and figure out what life is all about. And I feel like this is something I didn't expose by that time with full disclosure on why I left Ethiopia, but this was the main reason. Like, I left Ethiopia to come get married and to start a whole entire new life, call it family. Now, my interesting part about engagement always feels like that perfect day that I had, that day that we did have like a serious conversation in relation to like marriage, that perfect day that I had at Haile Gebrselassie Resort is what was my engagement, my official engagement. And this other day was more of, you know, giving it a sign, and also being like, I am no longer the same. Like, I am taken, I am out, like it's serious, like a sign for other people to see, yeah? But I'm grateful for the time that I had in Ethiopia, and I'm also happy that Ethiopia is part of my love story, part of my marriage story, part of my family story, and with a lot of how it began, and also to have a whole experience with my fiance, or my boyfriend, or now my husband, having spent some amazing time in a country that I call my second home. Anyway, I also want to come here and talk about, like, you know what? Every human being has their own journey. In terms of my fantasy engagement did not come to life just because my husband is not as dramatic as I am, maybe. But would it have made a difference if he called the whole world to witness my engagement? No, it wouldn't. I'm happy on how it happened. I feel a lot of maturity on how it happened, and less drama and less clout and a lot of like, let's just call it seriousness, no like drama and stuff like this. I know it's more for entertainment more than it's normally for, or this is my opinion now, but it also led me to question so many things on some of the things that we do, and majorly sometimes we do them because we see them online. So it has really made me have a different journey, even on all other things that I got to do. You'll see in my follow-up videos, like my next videos about my traditional wedding, about my wedding day, about my preparation and all these things, yeah, like so many things. You'll see I ended up doing things differently because I got a chance to even challenge the choices that I'm making and the things that I'm making, even as we get on this very serious journey of family. Anyway, this was a fun storytelling kind of video where I take you back on some of the things that you did not get to see in Ethiopia, but Ethiopia was amazing. I look forward to visiting Ethiopia again now and just have an amazing time. There is one thing that let me actually say we, because it's not just me, we really want to do in Ethiopia, and you guys will see when that time comes. For now, just know that I really appreciate my time and the experience that I had in this lovely, amazing country. Still continues to be my second country, as much as now we have now to consider just not Desta, but like a whole other story. Anyway, that is the story of how I got engaged. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you loved it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in my next video. Always remember to create time for that to signal. So until next time, bye for now.